in the soup, we get kicked out of the Big Brother house. Awesome! Go shirtless for the premiere of My Antonio.
Oh, it's so staged.
Set our hot tub to mix steamy.
This is gonna end bad.
And eat our hearts out with more to love.
Gold is a bigger woman.
Plus, a game of Good Hop, Bad Hop, the return of Project One Way, and the kick-ass Clip of the Week. Now, here's the host who watches it all for you, Joel McHale.
Welcome to the soup. I have decided to come out of retirement and resume doing the thing I was born to do. So, Larchmont Wine and Cheese, make way for your stock boy. He's coming home. In other news of people who just won't quit, Octomom, the incredible unseen footage, delivered on its title by showing us the one part of the Octomom that was previously unseen. Her uterus. Well, 14 people have seen it, but let's not split hairs. That's right, they showed her giving birth, but they also showed her on a cell phone telling a story in which her mother got sprayed by a skunk and asked her for a ride. Let's see how Octomom handled it.
I said, the only way I'm gonna go in the car with you is if you're in the trunk. And she said, she didn't say a word. And then she starts opening the trunk, and then she gets in the trunk. And then I slam it and lock it, and then I get in the driver's seat. And then I start driving, and then I start slamming on the gas, and I go really, really fast, and then I swerve, and then I hear her body rolling from one side of the trunk to the other. It was so funny, and it was funny because I kept hearing her body roll from one side to the other.
That's a great story. But when are you going to pick up your kids from daycare?
They're fine. They're dolls. I don't doubt that story about her mom was true. What I doubt is there was anyone on the other end of that call. Later, Ocho Cinco showed off her parenting skills, or lack thereof.
Gentle. Show gentle. For timeout. You want timeout? Okay. You're sitting on the babies, dude. Gentle. Don't hit. Soft. You have timeout. Timeout. Stay in timeout. Stay in timeout. Stay in timeout.
That slap was for and from America. More to Love continue to empower their plus-size bachelorettes by having them make bitchy comments about who would make a bad wife and passing it off as a challenge. Lauren lost, but didn't leave without restating her qualities as a potential spouse.
Heather got voted best wife because she's fun. And the whole time I'm sitting there thinking, fun, 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 fun. Everybody voted you best wife because you're fun? What does fun have to do with being a wife?
I think she's a graduate of the Kate Gosselin School of Marriage. I know. John's a douche. Later, during a date with Heather, Luke laid his charm on thicker than he stacks bacon on a BLT.
I can't get over this view.
I know, it's so pretty.
I was talking about you.
I'm totally winded coming on to you. You mind if I drink some water and finish my BLT? Thanks, Tom. In barely celebrity scandal news, you've heard about the Eric Danes, Rebecca Gayheart, some other chick almost sex tape, but only E! News had the guts to try and stretch it into their lead story.
The story behind this very compelling tape is a shocker. Yeah, Ryan, so shocking in private that E! has chosen not to show it.
It's so shocking, E! has chosen not to show it, but not shocking enough for E! to give somewhere their own show for it. They all have sex. Now you know. In legal news, George Michael insists that his recent car accident and subsequent arrest had nothing to do with drugs or drinking. There is no word yet on how anonymous gay sex was involved. Let's take some prenatal vitamins. The cutest couple on E!'s campus, Kendra Wilkinson and Hank Baskett, have announced that they will name their baby Hank Baskett IV, When asked why they chose that name, Kendra said she didn't know. In legal news, I no longer care to categorize. Ed Hardy designer Christian Audier claims that the rumors he is designing a line of shirts with John Gosselin are false, saying, "I never said I was going to do a line with John Gosselin. I don't want to do a line with John Gosselin." To which Lindsay Lohan replied, "I'll do a line with John Gosselin." Who said line? Oh, well. Tension is reportedly rising as TLC is reluctant to let John appear on a TV series in development called Divorced Dads Club, and the network is also concerned that he may have violated the morals clause of his contract. To sum up, there is a clause in John Gosselin's reality show contract that forbids John from participating in actual reality. In K9 musical theater news, following in the tradition of everyone on this network trying to get off this network, another huge E-star made a huge guest appearance on another show this week. It was covered by all the big shows on this network.
Lou gets his name in lights. Joel McHale's soup pooch broke a paw, so to speak, as a guest star in the Legally Blonde musical in LA last night, and we were there as he rehearsed and met his co-stars.
Lou got rabies from her. Yeah, well, Hayden, Lou says the same thing about the last season of Heroes, all right? So, anyway, if no one has figured it out yet, it was a huge news week. Let's talk about chicks, man.
Chicks, man.
Congratulations to Celine Dion, who has announced she is pregnant with her second child. You know, it's refreshing to finally see a normal, sensible, and sane celebrity procreating.
Mama's back!
Well, maybe not normal, but at least sensible. Okay, well, sane. We have a lot of Celine Dion footage. The baby is said to be healthy, but is bummed out at how bony it is in there. Let's see some chats due for two.
So meaty.
Some nice lady from the Wendy Williams show contacted us recently and suggested we might tone down our criticisms of her show. To be clear, we love the Wendy Williams show and never, ever, ever, ever want it to go away because of stuff like this.
All right, Michael Irvin, you know, the football player, and a few other people. I think there are 3 other people or 2 or something like that that are on the new Dancing with the Stars. But they're like Ashley Hamilton, who's George Hamilton's son, who was married to Shannon Doherty, say, and I think an Olympian or something. Whatever it was. Okay, Dancing with the Stars. All right, so now, whose phone is on? Whose phone is on?
No, seriously, what's it like being in the Wendy Williams audience? Is it like watching a kitten fall off a 12-story building? Or is it more like watching a senile great aunt hitting herself in the face with a hammer? 2 sad clowns in a knife fight? Oh, sorry. Great show. Most local morning news programs are basically the same. Start with some traffic, throw in a story or two, hit me with some small talk, and then hand it over to the weatherman. Good Day New York had it all running smoothly right up until the hands it over to the weatherman part.
Good weekend, right? You got a lot of sun this weekend.
Yeah.
You look good. Yeah, you look rested.
You got the farmer's tan.
You did?
It ends right there.
Maybe you can show that in the 9 o'clock hour. What do you think?
No.
All right, let's see if Mike has that farmer's tan going on this morning.
Don't judge her. Roker has a farmer's tan you wouldn't believe. We'll be right back.
Which new Dancing with the Stars cast member is an actual star? The answer when we come back. Stay tuned for reality show clip time with the return of Project Runway, prying on Big Brother, and more on My Antonio. Plus, Courtney and Chloe take Miami, Chris Hardwick nerds it up, and the kick-ass clip of the week.
You guys are hot nuts.
I've often been horrified by the terrible parenting and creepy pageant judges on Toddlers and Tiaras, but it looks like there is now a spin-off that is much, much worse.
I am Janie Carrier. I'm the director of Queens and Kings of America, and this weekend you are going to see the most beautiful girls in America.
And I'm Wolfgang Vandertrotten, assistant director. And all the little girls have one thing in common. They're actually boys.
Mm-hmm. You will see kids with big hair. You will see kids with fake hair, but you probably won't be able to tell.
They'll also be tucking.
I always wanted to be a pageant queen when I was a little boy. And then when I had a son, I told him it was his dream, too. I said, easy on the mascara, Cameron. You look like a pirate hooker. Cameron, you are the worst 10-year-old transvestite I have ever seen.
Some of their balls haven't even dropped yet.
Honey, it's time to brush your teeth and shave down your Adam's apple. It's reality show clip time. Project Runway returned, and now it's on Lifetime. Really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Lindsay Lohan was their first guest judge, which is cool because it gets her off Death Watch. Here she hands out practical advice to an inspiring designer.
I respect the fact that you have your own ideas and you want to experiment, but there's got to be an awareness to what's acceptable and what's appropriate and what's too out there.
And let's start with you telling me, because I thought the script for I Know Who Killed Me was acceptable, engaging someone in a high-speed car chase was appropriate, and my vagina just hasn't been out there enough. The producers evicted Shima from Big Brother for breaking the rules by throwing her microphone into the hot tub. Now it's contaminated and can only be used on Rock of Love. But before she was evicted, she and the other women were still mourning the loss of human growth hormone-galoid Jessie, who was voted off a game show. It was traumatic.
He didn't even get a chance to try to stay. That's what, kills me. I had so much fun with him, too. He was so much fun, even when he was kicking my ass. He was so good to me. And do you know he, prayed for all of us all the time? Remember, he wanted to put me up. First week, remember that? He did, but you know what I mean.
Don't worry, girls. All douches go to heaven. This week saw the premiere of yet another dating show, this time featuring General Hospital star Antonio Sabato Jr. Antonio is to acting what Bret Michaels is to acting. Despite having a six-pack, he's been unlucky in love. I'll let him explain.
Unfortunately, my love life has been kind of a soap opera. I was married when I was very young. Then after that, I had 2 serious relationships, but they just didn't work out. And the fact is, right now, I'm single.
I mean, I was just with a woman 5 minutes ago, and there's 3 girls laying prone in my trailer waiting for me to get back. But at this very second, I'm single. I'm gonna take my shirt off, okay? Do you have any sanitizer? Antonio brought in his mother, Antonio Sabato Sr., to grow the girls. She was especially hard on Sarah, who was a mess. It's pretty sad. It's very sad. But on a positive note, when she cries, she makes a really funny sound.
How can she think that it's going to, just come? Don't you, have any ambition?
I don't have a mother. I don't know. I'm sorry. Just... Sarah, baby.
Hey.
Will this sound continue while I'm making love to you? I'd like to know before I remove my disinfectant sheath. As we near the semifinals on America's Got Talent, it only gets more challenging for the judges, especially the Hoff.
David, What are you expecting? What are you looking forward to tonight?
I'm looking for something delicious, suspicious, something hoffalicious. Something off the charts, baby. I want some talent tonight.
All right. Hey, David Hasselhoff, y'all.
That's the Huff. The Huff's, Huff the wagon. Get it? I'm married to Mariah Carey. This gets me out of the house. Then the Huff asked a question and answered it with his eyes.
How you ladies feeling?
Awesome!
David, how do you feel about going to school in Las Vegas?
'Cause I'll drive you there in my minibar. Van! Pawn Stars is a show about selling your valuable possessions when you need money. But to this guy who was selling a pistol from the Revolutionary War, it is his very worst day.
So how much is this thing worth?
Its value would be about $75 to $100.
You know, I paid $800 for this.
I'm sorry you got burned.
Yeah, so, okay, maybe the thing is a fake.
Next, you're going to tell me this microwave wasn't really Benjamin Franklin's either. It's not. It's got a sticker of Ben Franklin on it. Some people have doubts about getting. I don't believe this. Property of Ben Franklin. Married, and the show Stag capitalizes on them by letting the bride watch videotape of the groom's bachelor party. In Phoenix's case, well, he's on the show Stag, isn't he?
You do not screw this up.
I won't screw it up. I love you too much for that. Marriage is kind of scary. I think me and Alex probably could do it. She's the one, pretty, I think. Sure, maybe. Yeah, probably. I think so. We'll see.
It's a simple yes or maybe yeah, probably, I think so, we'll see question. Now, which one is it? Let's see what the kids are watching.
Mommy!
Ni Hao Kylon is a cartoon on Nickelodeon Jr. I think Kylon loosely translates into unintentionally racist cartoon.
I can't wait to meet Gunai. I wonder where she is. She has to be here somewhere. You could help us find her. Where's someone who looks like this?
She later sold guns to Dora the Explorer and her cousin Diego so they could cross into Texas safely. We'll be right back.
Hold on, the soupiest stuff is up next, including a visit from Chris Hardwick, the Kardashians invade Miami, and the kick-ass clip of the week.
Nurses might be a little hairier in Europe, you know what I'm saying?
Welcome back. Hey, who's in the mood for an internet clip? Liars. Luckily, we have a resident expert in such matters, and by resident expert, I mean emaciated, skinny jean-wearing host of one of our 18 spin-off shows. It's Chris Hardwick from G4's TV's Web Scoop.
Hello. Can you see my skinny jeans?
There you go.
Joel, you are mammoth standing next to me.
That's true.
Recently more photos of High School Musical star Vanessa Hudgens wearing approximately 0 items of clothing were leaked online. And as you might expect, reviews from horny and confused 11-year-old boys have been mostly positive.
Oh my God, new Vanessa Hudgens pics. Yes! Okay, so as many of you guys know, she released pictures 2007, and they were pretty. But now these are even better because she's older and those are bigger.
Something tells me that young man has a long pepper spray-y life ahead of him. For now, he can't wait till he hits puberty and discovers the meaning of all those faces he's making.
Thank you, Chris.
Hey, thank you.
Web Soup is on Sundays at 10:30 on G4.
It's a network.
Really?
Yeah. Sure is.
Say, Chris, do you like Philadelphia?
Well, I certainly like it enough to make it part of my Nice Tweet stand-up comedy tour on October 9th at the Trocadero Theater. Why not go to Nerdist.com for details?
Are we done plugging stuff now?
I am. You have to stay here and take some E.
I thought he was going to stay and dance. On this Sunday's all-new Courtney and Chloe Take Miami, Courtney experiments with lesbianism. Spoiler alert, it didn't stick. And Chloe brings something she found to her radio show, and this does not please her tough-as-nails producer, Michael Yo.
Look what I found at my store.
Yo, Chloe, what is that?
It's like cocaine, I don't know. But what do? You like
No,
snort it
Chloe.
through here? Oh,
Yo.
I'm so high.
No.
It's not mine, it's just cocaine. It's not mine. What?
What are you doing? You can't bring that into a radio station. That is a felony. I cannot believe a person like you would bring that into a radio station. That's just dumb. It's just stupid.
Well, at least it happened on the radio where no one can see the vial of coke. It would have been so much worse had there been a TV camera there. Phew. After, there's a show called Reality Hell, because apparently what you just saw wasn't. Now, our clip of the week. Most people pulled over for speeding try to talk their way out of a ticket. This guy on speeders is asking for a trip to jail. And by trip, he means vacation.
I'm gonna buy a motorcycle, move to Europe, and I'm gonna be ripping the streets of Europe with that motorcycle, all right? And I'm gonna be buff as heck, and I'm gonna be a nurse too. Nurses might be a little hairier in Europe, you know what I'm saying? But I'd shave. I'm gonna shave my pubes and stuff.
All right, son, I'm going to let you off with a warning. Do not go against the grain. What's the stuff? Come shave my pubes and stuff September 5th at the Silver Legacy Casino in Reno. That's all said. All right, good night.
Ha ha ha!